Ken Kreitzer, Camden's media. Start, Cale, just it's kind of incredibly disappointing. You had a phenomenal game, 3 touchdowns. That didn't have your final rushing stats, 160 yards rushing. Can you tell us what happened on the interception? What you saw? It was double coverage. What you saw happen?
Yeah, just a bad play by me. My bad eyes and made a misread. I'm just supposed to sneak a peek to that route and then work to the boundary side, high-low weak, and Noah Short came open late in the flat, and I got off of it and forced a dumb decision.
And I thought defense played well throughout. What are your thoughts? It's just disappointing today for you after a strong effort.
Yeah, it pains me to lose, obviously, always. But being senior night and mine, all the seniors, last game with Mikey, it's really disappointing. But glory to God, glory to Jesus Christ. Like, I know this happened for a reason, and I always trust His plan for us. Just playing for me, His plan for the season. So there's always hope in that. I know He's good at the end of the day, and obviously nobody likes to lose. So we got 2 more, guaranteed. Hopefully 3 more. So we got to get back to work.
Thank you both.
Sir, thank you.
Seth?
Guys, the team seemed to struggle in the second half. You had 226 yards in the first half, and I think about 80 or so, is that right? In the second half. What do you think happened offensively? Cal?
Yeah, I think we did a really good job of running the ball and being efficient in the first half, and then the second half, they just got after us, and we didn't play very well, and that's the bottom line, right? They made plays on their defense, and they held us to 1 to 2 yards rushing the ball, and it's not acceptable. And we got to be better. We just were hurting ourselves, and they had an answer coming in the second half, and we didn't respond well, and we moved the ball to go that first drive, and then after that we got stagnant. We really didn't move the ball from there on out, and that's on us. It's on me. I got to be better, and we need to bounce back.
Do you think the team was the play calling was a little conservative for the last, say, 5-6 minutes of the game? It seemed that way to us, to me.
I don't know. At the end of the day, it's a player's game, right? The coaches make the calls and decisions, but the players go out and execute, right? It's our job to, master our fundamentals and assignments, and whatever's called, we have to go out there and execute. I'm not sure. I think it was fine, and we moved the ball like we had been, and you get first downs, and I don't know. We just gotta be better.
Thank you.
And in
Go
this,
ahead, Sal.
can you talk about the emotions of this game? You're in the 4th quarter. You guys are up by 2 scores. You're in good shape, and then it's just like everything that could have went wrong might have went wrong for you guys. And what are kind of the emotions for you after this game?
Yeah, obviously, we pride ourselves on winning the 4th quarter, and bottom line, we didn't do that. I think a couple things went wrongly, and I think honestly we got a little flat, if I'm being honest. And that's on me, honestly. I should have been rallying the guys, picking them up. We had some guys with their heads down, and that's on me to pick them up, really. So I really take accountability for that. But obviously, like I said earlier to Ken, last home game ever for me and for the seniors. There's a lot of emotion there, and it's really disappointing. Last game ever, it's gonna be a loss. So.
Cale, the way the season's gone, there's been a lot of these 1-score games. Some of you have won, some of you haven't. Do you feel Coach says it a lot, we have to play almost a perfect game. Is that kind of is that the feeling, or you just have to do your job, or?
Yeah, there've been a lot of close games, and I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I have to do my 111. The other guys have to do their 111, and I don't know if you necessarily have to play perfect, but to go out there and turn the ball over when you're up 2 possessions, give the ball right back to the other team, that's unacceptable, right? You can't make those dumb mistakes, and it was costly, and I put that on my shoulders, and but I don't know if you necessarily have to play perfect, but you know, you can't go out there and do what we did in the second half and expect to win.
Thanks.
Put the defense in a bad position.
Go ahead. Right.
Daniel Reban, Bad Dog Sports. Cale, on that 4th and 3, you get the look you guys want, 2 blockers on 2 players. You just get tripped up, just like in that Air Force game. Just what did you see on that play, and was there anything else you could have done to potentially pick up that first down?
Yeah, you know, it was the look we got, or the look we wanted. We got the similar look in the first drive of that second half, and the last drive going into halftime, we got like 20 yards on it or so. I thought it was the same exact look. And yeah, got tripped up into my own guy, the defender. Come off the field, Coach Munkaseka dipped and slipped at me and like act like I'm going in and skate out around. I thought the defender was kind of taking away the perimeter based on, you know, his defensive structure or whatever you want to call it. You know, I think our right tackle pulling his butt was to the inside and the guy was outside of him. But, you know, I think, you know, just in that instance, you got to make a play, and, you know, I didn't make a play, so it's just on me.
Go ahead, Chuck, in the back.
All right, Chuck Donegan, Canada's Media. Cale, was there any moment you felt the game had hit a turning point, that great first half?
Yeah, you know, I think going into halftime, we were in a great position. And even coming out of halftime, that first drive, going up 2 possessions, I think we were in an even better position. But, you know, as the game went on, you know, they hit another notch and were stopping us and making us punt the ball. And we weren't able to really move the chains as well as the game progressed. And then, you know, I think it might hit a turning point, but then our defense goes out there, they make plays, they cost two turnovers, and then, you know, me and the offense weren't able to do anything with it, and, you know, that's on us, that's on the offensive side, and, you know, we couldn't ask for the defense. I mean, the defense held them to the very end till 8 minutes left, and we just couldn't help them out or move the ball to, you know, let the clock die down.
Great. We'll do 2 quick on Zoom and wrap up. Ken McMillan, if you have anything, go ahead.
Gentlemen, thanks for coming in. Andon, I know it's tough, and it's not the first time Army's had to bounce back from a loss, but there's a lot at stake for next week. How do you bounce back? What did you learn from previous setbacks that helped you perform better next week?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the emotion's going to be there. Everybody's disappointed, but it just really comes down to fundamentals and, you know, trusting the game plan. You know, I think Tulsa had better fundamentals than us. Like, they got off blocks better, they blocked better. That's really the bottom line. So just focusing on the fundamentals. The scheme's going to be there. You know, we got the looks we wanted most of the time, really. But it just came down to beating blocks, getting off blocks. So just emphasizing those, really. But the emotion's going to be there. It's just, you know, you can't let emotion get in the way of executing, and that's what Coach